Hey everybody, it is Jennifer Auer from Jersey Family Fun, joining you today at the Franklin Institute to show you a little bit about this new exhibit they have. It is Marvel's Universe of Superheroes. It is pretty phenomenal. If you've ever been to the Franklin Institute for one of their traveling exhibits before, you know that sometimes they take up one exhibit area, and sometimes they take up two levels in different areas. So that is how the Franklin Institute is for the Marvel's Universe of Superheroes. It's a tongue twister, but it is definitely fun. It is where all the other temporary exhibits are, up behind some of that physics department. They will have time tickets available at an additional charge. So that will start this weekend, and then it will run throughout the summer. We'll get you the ending date. Usually that's sometime in September, right around Labor Day that ends. But I wanted to show you a little bit about this today. It is pretty quiet because the only people who are seeing it today are members of the media, such as ourselves, and no kids. So my kids are going to be really, really jealous when they see the lighting's a little bit. There we go. That's a little bit better. My kids are going to be really jealous when they see everything here. But I will definitely be back to bring them in, and you can get their point of view. But let me stop yapping and show you what is going on here and show you how phenomenal this is. So I'm going to flip around. When you first come up here, this is your entrance. There are some black and white images. I love that it shows boys and girls enjoying comics since the beginning. Part of the theme of this exhibit and part of the reasoning behind it is to celebrate the 80th anniversary of Marvel. Everything started with a comic book, and I'm going to show you that original comic book. So we have a newsstand out here. There are some images that'll come through. You know, I like to focus on what your kids are going to be able to do when they're in here in this exhibit. I mean, there's so much to see, so much to read, but I'm also going to zoom in and let you know what kind of things. So we have screens like this that will flip through different images. There's two more over here. These are actually not comic books that you can read. They're already, you know, so you can tell your kids when they're here, because there's going to be a temptation for them to run up and read, especially if they are comic book readers, but they are just signage there that is attached, so there's no reading on those. But no worries, there are plenty of comic books within there that you can have them read hanging on the walls. Some quotes, a picture of the New York skyline, some quotes about how it is that, you know, so many comic books got started in New York. You come into this area here, and the exhibit will greet you with information about the history, very informative, how it started back 80 years ago. And then we have a red carpet here to show you, and I'm going to go in a little bit closer, the first comic book that came out from Marvel. They had no idea back then what it was going to end up doing and the legacy that would be left by those original creators. So there is signage and tributes and examples of comic books from all the different main characters. Artwork on the wall, original artwork, comic books that the kids can read. I'm going to take you in here to the original Marvel Comics book. This one was created in the fall of 1939. And I'm going to move briefly. I just want to give you a little glimpse of everything that's in here, because there's so much to see, but I also want to, you know, give you enough so that you can be encouraged and inspired to come check this out with your kids. There are so many places along the wall and sculptures that you're going to want to take pictures with them, so make sure you bring something with you to take pictures, either your phone or something else. All right, so then we come up here, and we have our first place where you can stop and have your kids pictures taken. Excuse me. We have the thing. We have a little bit of history about the Marvel first family, the Fantastic Four. This was the first team of superheroes that was created from Marvel. So you can pose there, either the kids, or you can see the Silver Surfer in the background. At another point, I saw the Hulk come in. But you can pose and have your picture with the thing. There are some comics, more comics on the wall. You can see the original art is in glass display cases to protect it. We have some video clips of Stan Lee. Just giving a little bit. I mean, he's left such a huge impact on comics and Marvel. And then the next area we get into is all about Black Panther. My 10-year-old would die. I mean, he would just be so super excited to be in this area. T'Challa was actually here before. I took some pictures with him. Maybe I'll show it later. No looking at the Spider-Man yet. We're still focusing on Black Panther. So you have this statue here, colorful background. Again, stop, take some more pictures. Your kids will love it. More history and examples from T'Challa and Black Panther. And then we come into Spider-Man's area. More costumes on the wall, original artwork, poster artwork. Go take your picture with the hanging Spider-Man. You can see there's even an area about the newest Spider-Man movie, the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. And there's a hologram that projects onto the wall. We'll give that a minute and see if it projects back up. There you go. And we have more original artwork there. You can see that about Spider-Man here. And then, this is one of the first things that your kids can really touch or play with. We have screens like this throughout the Marvel superhero exhibit. There are little things here. You pick that up, you hold this to your ear to listen, and you press play, and it's going to play for you an episode of Spider-Man. One of those original episodes that maybe you grew up watching or someone you know did. And then we come over into the Marvel method. If your kids are really into drawing or writing and want to understand what goes into creating comic books, this is a really good area for them. So like I said, it is empty because it is not open to the public right now and has only been open for members of the media. And you'll have to excuse me a little, my voice is a little scratchy. And so then we come in here and we're in Thor's domain. See some of the costumes there. I mean, they're just amazing. There are over 300 artifacts in this exhibit, crossing the different forms of media and interactive in a few different ways. So we have this image here. Oh, that's interesting. That wasn't moving like that last time I came through. And so there are screens back there. You can see they're almost see-through. You can see what's behind them. And then there are images that are being projected onto that. So when I was looking at this before, there were details and images that related to the Pym particle as part of Ant-Man and the Wasp. So then we have the original Iron Man uniforms, body of armors. So Mark I. They are displayed behind glass, so it's really clear glass. You almost feel like you can go up and touch it, but you actually can't. They are just within glass itself. We have the screen there, wall art there, Iron Man's armor briefcase. And then I come over here more and I'll show you some more artwork. And this is Captain America's area. So we can see Captain America up there with Falcon. More art. I mean, come in here. Just look at the detail of some of this that they have on display. And if I didn't say it already, yes, this is a traveling exhibit that travels around the country to different museums. But there is artwork here that is unique to Philadelphia because they had not found it before in time to have it on any other of the exhibits that they've done so far. So that is pretty cool. I'll have to apologize. Again, they're in glass, so you're going to see a little bit of the reflection of other things that are in here. We've got Nick Fury, his costume. Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. I mean, there is just life-size art, just big and beautiful, colorful, and then we have smaller images. Daredevil here. Black Widow's costume. Here's another great spot to get pictures with. I mean, look at this just huge statue of the Hulk. Well, I'm going to give you a little tip here. If you do take your picture with that, make sure you're standing probably to the back side where you can see the Hulk's fist towards back there. If you're having your kids pose underneath his hand in the front, you're going to get a shadow there, which is actually going to make your kids look darker. It might be harder to see their face. So definitely stand to one side or the other. You may find on weekends or on special days, they may have some characters here as well. So like I said, Black Panther and Spider-Man were here today posing for some pictures with the Hulk and with the kids that were there. And then you have the to be continued. I'm going to go up the ramp a little bit, but I'm not going to go back into that area and show you. I just want to show you a little bit about where this is. So we come up the ramp, nice, large enough for strollers, wheelchair friendly and accessible. And then it turns around and there is more to see in there and more to play and so forth. So that I showed you was just a little bit about the Franklin Institute Marvel Superheroes, Marvel Universe of Superheroes. Like I said, it's a tongue twister. It's a lot of fun. Opens up this weekend just in time for spring break, so you can schedule your visits accordingly. Try to come at off-peak times because it's going to be busy, I'm sure, especially with it being opening weekend, but there are ways to take advantage of that and make it work for you because it's definitely worth checking out. We'll have more details up on Jersey Family Fun, and if you have any questions, please comment below. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy your day.